Hello everyone, we're
MossCharmly. And today we're going to do a little draw with me session. And the picture is called Tansy Witch.
And you drew this by hand.
Yes, drew pencil and paper in one of my sketchbooks.
Very nice.
So yeah.
And you did it all the way from sketch to full value, so obviously right there. Huh?
Yeah, I cleaned it up with kneaded eraser too to sort of clean all the fun stuff around it.
A little blending too. Eh?
Yeah,
a
little blender.
Right there, nice. And then you scanned that in and brought it into Krita.
Yes.
Very nice, very cool. So do you have any special settings you did after you scanned that in? Because sometimes scans can be a little off.
It took me a while to get the picture and thread it together.
Oh, because it's larger.
Yeah, so it was larger.
Okay.
So doing that took a bit of time.
Oh.
I also popped it in and I changed the levels on it.
Mm-hmm. The values, the levels and brightness and contrast, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And you set that as an alpha layer too,
color to alpha. So you could see through it.
Okay.
And then I duplicated the original pencil layer and made that duplicate layer a multiply mode. So I changed the mode.
Yeah, like the blending mode.
The blending mode. Yes.
Got it. Yeah. There you go. That's what it looks like in the layers. So you've got a highlight layer, your palette layer, and then you've also got the contrast one, but that's just the duplicate that's been turned to a blending mode.
Yeah, the blending mode's a
multiply, and that's set at 50% or 55%. And then you have your main one, your anchor image, that's at 100%.
Yeah, that's
and then you're painting below all
original
of it,
pencil.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
Cool. Okay. Then you're painting below all that.
Yeah, and I did that just to add sort of more depth and darkness that I could maybe erase if I wanted to or play around with.
Because all your colors are pastels.
Yeah,
and it's still maintaining those darks that you've got with your values. And that's because of that, right?
Yeah.
Very cool.
So it makes it a little extra.
Nice.
Maybe.
Very cool. No, it does. Yeah. That's very cool. But what was the inspiration for this, honestly?
I love drawing witches.
that's enough.
Yeah.
You can do with that, right?
I've been so into drawing witches lately. So
cool.
that's been super fun. So it doesn't have to be Halloween to draw witches.
Witches are not for Halloween all the time. No way. They're all the time.
Every year. They're seasonal.
Every minute, every day.
Right? So this one, I want her to be very fancy. And she's an older...
very elegant.
Yeah, very elegant,
I'm thinking French cafe.
That's kind of the inspiration.
Yeah, Parisian. Yeah, very nice.
So she's an older picture that I've had on my hanging since 2017. That's first time when I drew it.
That one's all ink though. You did that with ink.
Yeah, ink and pencil.
Yeah. That's very nice though.
Yeah, I like the contrast in that one a lot.
Yeah, that's very different for you because you're always pencils. That's kind of like what you do.
Yeah, it is.
Wow, nice.
Thanks.
Cool. Yeah.
So also with the broom, I've kind of got into a cool rabbit hole.
Rabbit hole.
Yes, a very cool one. It was air conditioned. No.
Everyone needs a little air conditioning right now, right?
Yeah, right?
Love it.
It was a really cool thing about brooms, and that there were brooms made very custom. They had different broom corn colors. So I saw rainbow brooms and just brooms of all different colors. So I learned that people would dye broom corn and make brooms, and I thought that was super.
That's awesome.
Cool.
It's like wands. You need your wand to be unique to you.
Yeah.
Whatever calls to you.
Right.
Period. That's what you need.
So I thought that was cool, right?
Yeah. That's fantastic, actually. That's really cool.
I know, right?
That's a really great idea.
That was,
you know what I mean?
That was extra to find that out.
That's really neat. I like that.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
So that added extra. So on the site, I put tassels on the broom to add a little extra, and a Japanese knot kind of thing. Oh. It's not as detailed as I'd like. There's the jewels on it.
The ink one, you're saying.
Yeah, because it's kind of sketchier looking, which sort of which is neat. And then I did tansy plants in pots that are just sort of floating around.
Nice.
And a little fun thing with the little sleeping cat.
Oh, down in
one of the pots.
That left one down there. That's really cute.
Yeah.
Cute little cat right there.
Yeah.
He's really cute. You did lighting too in the lanterns. Does it look like lanterns hanging too?
Yeah. I love that pretty look of lanterns and paintings with lanterns in it.
Yeah. Lighting is so wonderful when you get it, just right and it feels good.
I agree with
When
that.
you're doing that with that stuff. No, really, right? Because lighting is very difficult to deal
Yeah.
with. It's just naturally hard to deal with. This is very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, we're using Linux, right? This is the new machine.
Yes, I'm on Pika now.
You're on
Pika OS.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So yeah, it's
you
working really well for me because it's neat. 'Cause before I had computer problems before, so
That was a RAM issue though.
Yeah.
The RAM and the motherboard was kind of getting funky. Something happened to it.
Yeah.
So we built a new little one for you for summertime. It's very cool.
Yeah.
And the Pico OS, and this is just it just is an iGPU, AMD iGPU, right? Yeah. This is very cool. I'm glad.
It's working well. So
right?
that I have to say is really nice. So
and Pico is Debian based, so that's got a lot more. There's a lot more, compatibility because it's Debian. Yeah, and I'm don't want to ruffle feathers. I know everything's very compatible. I'm just saying, like, this is kind of like a turnkey kind of a situation, very much like Nobara was, right? Nobara is a Fedora based, but this is kind of like one of those. It's got a bunch of packages that are pre-installed. You press the button and it goes.
Yes, that's so helpful, and also it looks cute for just the bird theme is amazing.
I love the wallpapers.
Right?
They got the little dogs on a quest. And they're signing up, to the. They're just going on quests.
And they have like a little parakeet too for like the little.
Oh, their little icon.
Like,
I
the
like
icon
that too.
is the little rosy cheeks.
Yeah,
they're so cute.
They are.
So,
it's so cute.
Yes,
I like it.
I love that too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think it's more visually oriented too, because with Nobara, we'll stop talking about Linux, but with Nobara, it was like the package manager.
We love Linux, so we talk
Linux
about it.
is awesome. With Nobara, the package manager was there. I mean, it was very, very, very well made, very well done, and curated. But it was kind of like, oh, I'm pressing this button and things are happening. I don't really know what's happening. And with Pika, it almost like tells you what's going on, what packages you're going to need. I know Nobara does, but this is more visual. Is what I'm trying to say.
Visual setup and
That's what I'm
everything
trying to say,
too, and the icons and the way things are set up is much nicer.
Yeah. So it's a little bit easier.
So that's,
and now I'm done talking about Linux.
It's nice. Linux is a fun thing to talk about. So we'll probably always be doing that.
Yes. So
also, I use the Bristles 4 Glaze brush to paint with. And in the background, I used a little blending texture. Yeah.
With the Bristle 4 Glaze, you dropped the opacity down just naturally.
Oh,
right?
yeah, to paint the pictures. I changed the opacity of the brush to 50%, so I don't just like slap a color on and it's just one chunk of block of color.
Yeah, like a fill layer.
Yeah.
That's nice. So you can build up.
Yes.
That's really
so
cool.
It's not. Yeah. That's yes.
Would you recommend this technique to people who draw with pencil?
Absolutely.
And they want to color their work, and of course, Krita is of course the program to recommend to anyone and everyone, but and seriously, it is.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Absolutely, the best program for people who are transitioning from traditional art into digital. If they just want to dabble in it,
yes,
absolutely incredible.
Especially, to be honest, for me, with mostly using pencils, when I used Ramon Miranda's pencils.
Yeah, he's
the SK2 sets.
Krita God, yes.
The SK2 set made me want, really get into digital art because before I had trouble acclimating to it because all these brushes were very much like stamps, and you'd move them around, but you'd always sort of just see that like circle stamp of a pattern.
You could still kind of see what that brush tip was with the pattern. It was so repetitive.
Yeah, it didn't look natural.
Yeah, right?
It didn't. There was nothing I could do to make it look natural or blend in naturally with my pencil. So if I scanned a picture, nothing really blended nicely.
Ah, yes.
It was just sort of, this is all it can do.
Yeah, right. It's as good as it gets.
Yeah,
back then.
And it was just like that was okay for what it could do, but.
Those brushes are incredible.
Yeah, but using the SK2s for me it just changed it for me, and everything just seamlessly blends. it just seamlessly blends into my
your
art
traditional
naturally, my
artwork
traditional art.
and your digital. I mean, like that's an
Yeah,
incredible
and
feat
now
in
I
itself.
now I can do that, and it just blends traditional with digital and seamlessly, and I don't think about it anymore. And that used to be something that really bothered me. It made me really sad.
It held you back a lot from even transitioning or even using digital tools.
Yeah, it did.
You know, or the digital.
It straight up did.
You're like, nope, I'm just paper, pencil. That's all I'm going to do. Hand that in, done. Thank you, moving on.
Yeah.
Like that was kind of what you did. You know, but now it's kind of like you know, of course, scanning and all that. But this is kind of like kicking it up a little bit. It's increasing
it up
the
for
tool
me.
set.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
It opened it up.
Cool.
And now
because these are tools. This is a tool. You know, Krita is a tool. It's got many tools within it, but this is an art tool.
Oh yeah, like gimmick.
As much
it's
as
so fun.
Gimmick is fantastic. Right? That's just the fun house. You have fun with that. But right? So as you said, there's just so many possibilities with this one tool.
Well, yeah, you can animate on it.
You
can make anything you want, really. I really, especially if you're a digital painter.
Oh,
if you're doing digital art,
if you're a digital illustrator,
you're
going from pencils. I mean,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
This is made for digital artists.
Yeah, it is.
Like this is made for it. It's amazing, and it works so well. And it has cool things like you can color code your layers, so you kind of know what layer you're even working on.
Other programs have that.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it's just like I actually use them in Krita now.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why. With CSP and Adobe, they all had that ability. But it's like for some reason now, I actually use them in Krita.
I will say Krita has been more natural for me to use than CSP, and so I just moved to Krita and stuck with it. Yeah, I loved it so much more.
Yeah, we used Manga Studio for many years.
Yeah, when it was called Manga Studio.
When it
was Manga Studio. So
yeah, that was kind of what we did.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's an old move.
Krita is right.
Yeah.
Oh hey, it's reality. So you would recommend this actual workflow / rendering technique for pencil illustrators who want to color their artwork digitally?
Yes, I would. And you can also paint on top of it. Like in this one, I have a layer on top of it that's a highlight layer. And I would just like paint highlights over it. And I'd also make another layer and paint little glow effects. So I wanted to get like little glowy orbs, like little fairy orbs or something.
Exactly. Right. That's
I love that kind of thing.
Very cool. Right. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So I put little 3 fairy orbs on the bottom too, like it's seeing the kitty in the pot.
That'll
so
bring
I put
out
3 there just to kind of see that. And I was trying to figure out too where a good placement would be for them.
It's that balance. Sometimes you got to get that balance right.
Yeah.
Have everything feel organic.
Yeah, that's kind of tough.
Not contrived. Well, if you have gotten this far in this video, listener, viewer.
You're awesome. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. If you do like what we're doing, please do like the videos. And because it really means a lot to us. Subscribing does help a lot. We just really want to get Krita out there in the world for people, and we're going to continue doing what we do.
We're going to continue making our art on it.
And we will, and we'll continue publicizing, hey, this is the program to choose if you're, wanting to do real digital art. But we really definitely want, Krita to get out there more. And ultimately, if you like this and if you subscribe, especially if you like and comment, the algorithm tells viewers that this is good too. So it's kind of like, we're going to keep doing what we're doing. And if you choose to like and write a comment, that's going to help other people out who want to use Krita because they'll see it on their feeds. That's what I'm getting at, right?
Let us know too if you like the art, and just say hi. We're always there, and
we're always doing art.
We'll get to you when we can.
Went off on a tangent there. I'm just trying to say, hey, Krita rocks, people.
I know, right?
Krita rocks.
But Krita does rock, so I'm so cool with that tangent.
Okay, MossCharmly out now?
MossCharmly out. Thank you.
Thank you very much for listening to me and everything.
To both of us.
Thank you.